What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, the Simpsons hit-and-run creator wants a remake just as badly as you. Speedrunners are already beating Sons of the Forest in incredible short amounts of time, and we've got a look at some of the new weapons and gears that await in Destiny 2 Lightfall. Presented by Destiny 2 Lightfall. The Simpsons hit-and-run lead game designer Joe McGinn has thrown support behind the idea of remaking the beloved GTA for kids. "I would love to see it," McGinn told Games Radar about a potential remake of the open-world sandbox game. He certainly isn't alone in his thinking, as he told the outlet that Hit and Run is still the highest-rated Simpsons game ever made, according to Metacritic. The 2003 title was a critical and commercial success, with players praising the game for its brilliant use of the license and its humorous take on Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto franchise. According to McGinn, the game was actually pitched to the publisher Vivendi as GTA for kids. Fans have long called for a remake with a modern interpretation of Springfield. However, Simpsons writer Matt Selman previously explained to IGN that he would love to see a remastered version of Hit and Run, but it would be, quote, "a complicated corporate octopus to try to make that happen." The game's original developer, Radical Entertainment, and publisher Vivendi Universal Games have both shut their doors, and it's unclear who now has the game rights for the Simpsons franchise. EA got the rights in 2005, but hasn't released a Simpsons game since Tapped Out in 2007. So fan-made remakes might be the closest we ever get to a true modern remaster. Moving on, fans waited more than 3 years for Sons of the Forest to be released, but speedrunners are racing through the game in fewer than 9 minutes. Benjamin Romero on YouTube published a Sons of the Forest speedrun of just 8 minutes and 45 seconds on February 28th, 5 days after the game launched. Romero's run is in the any percentage normal difficulty category, meaning it's essentially a pure sprint to the end. Finishing in the smallest amount of time possible is the only goal, so players can take advantage of any glitches or exploits present. One exploit in particular is key to Romero's impressive time, as the beginning of the speedrun is spent running up a mountain, jumping off, and falling unconscious before Sons of the Forest's respawn system teleports him to the closest cannibal village. This essentially lets the speedrunner skip a large portion of the game, and alongside some other glitches, including using the crafting menu while falling downhill to avoid taking damage, Romero is able to cross the finish line in a measly 525 seconds. Sons of the Forest is still young, so speedrunners are sure to whittle that time down even more in the future. A new Destiny 2 expansion means a whole slew of new weapons and gear, the quintessential staple in every Guardian's repertoire. Here's a look at some of the new exotics that await your Guardian. First, we've got Final Warning. Hold down the trigger of this kinetic slot strand sidearm to mark targets within range and unload a burst of bullets. Hip firing causes the projectiles to track marked targets. Then there's Deterministic Chaos, a void machine gun whose every fourth bullet becomes a heavy projectile that weakens targets on impact and makes them volatile. But what about the Drip? Here are just a few of the exotic armor pieces Guardians can look forward to rocking. Hunters are getting Kurt Arachne's Facade, a helmet that provides extra protection as hunters gain woven mail, reducing incoming body damage and granting flinch resistance. Did somebody say new boot goofing? Because Titans can rock the Abeyant Leaf leg armor that not only spawns 2 strand projectiles that suspend enemies on impact when you cast your barricade, but also grants woven mail when suspending targets. And lastly, the Warlocks can get the Swarmers, new leg armor that creates threadlings that infest and attack enemies after destroying a tangle. I could go on, but Lightfall is available now, so I'll leave the rest for you to discover, Guardian. And that is your daily fix for Thursday, March 2nd. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out 8 exciting new details in the Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.